Good evening and welcome to Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage of harness racing action from the Richland County Fair here in beautiful Mansfield, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Steve Taylor bringing you all the action tonight, day one of 2 nights of racing. We come back again tomorrow for a 5:30 start. 12 races tonight, 12 races tomorrow here on the Home Talent Colt Stakes. We want to thank everyone for taking time out this evening to follow along. We'll do the best we can to bring you all the exciting action here from the 175th annual Richland County Fair here in Mansfield, Ohio. The horses are getting ready to parade here for the first 2-year-old filly Pace, first of 2 divisions. Field of 7. Number 2, I'll Be Home First, will be driven by Jason Thompson. Number 4, Gordy's Last Chance, Curtis Harper. This is a very wide track here in Mansfield. They'll score 8 across, so there will be no trailers here. We also will be using post position saddle pads, so red, blue, white, green, black, yellow, pink, and gray. Remind everyone they can hopefully download race programs at harnessracingohio.com. Follow along. We've gotten a report that they were unable to be printed. I'm trying to figure out if they can still be viewed, just not printed, or they're just not being able to be downloaded at all. So hopefully we'll get an answer to that, and we will send a note to the staff in Columbus. Thank everyone for joining us. Jimmy Byers getting ready for his big Urbana meet next 3 nights, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at Urbana. It's hard to see with the glare here. Streetsboro, Ohio, I believe. Like I said, we'll do the best we can here. For being August, we've had a great weekend. It's not been overly hot, but the sun is still very bright. Makes it hard to see our little screens. Stephen can attest to that.
All right, let's take a turn here. Let's get together, line them up, and crane them in order, please.
The horses are on the track for the first race. 2-year-old filly Pace will send it up to Ayers Ratliff with a post parade.
So that's the call to post for the first race. 2-year-old filly Pace per $6,920. 1, Look at Lottie with Emmanuel Miller. 2, I'll Be Home First. Make the driver Jason Thompson. Thompson on 2. 3 is Juliet Capulet and Nick Clegg. 4, Gordy's Last Chance. Make that driver Curtis Harper. Harper on 4. 5, Song of World Peace and Logan Ebersol. 6, Lovers Waltz, Drew Neal is up. And the 7, Marcy is a keeper, Elliot Deaton in the sulky. That's the field for the first race. Jason Thompson on 2, Curtis.
We have sent a note to the folks in Columbus. Hopefully we'll get that program up real quick. Number 1 is Look at Laud. Emmanuel Miller will drive this one for Herman Hagerman, who co-owns with Daniel Schrock. This one is 0 for 5 on the season, was 5th last time out at Lisbon, timed in 2:13.1. Number 2, I'll Be Home First. Jason Thompson will now drive. Don Irvine Jr. trains for Justin Irvine. Father-son combination there, trainer-owner. This one has 1 win, 1 second, 2/3 in 4 starts. Been on the board all 4 starts. The win came at Carrollton in 2:04.2. Number 3 is Juliet Capulet. Betty Clegg for Kimber Clegg. Nick Clegg will drive. This one has 4 wins, 4 seconds in 11 starts. Fastest time was in a qualifier, 2 minutes, 2/5. Number 4, Gordy's Last Chance. Curtis Harper will drive for Ron Steck. The Catch the Fire filly is owned by Frederick Reed of Delaware, Ohio. 0 for 2 on the season. No starts were at Hilliard, a 6th place finish. Came back at Marysville with a 4th place finish. Number 5, Song of World Peace. Isaiah Shrake trains this one for Phil Baldoff of North Royalton, Ohio. Logan Ebersol will drive. Has 2 third-place finishes in 3 seasonal starts. Those third-place finishes were at Lisbon and Paynesville. Number 6, Lovers Waltz. Robert Brooks for IV Holdings of Apple Creek, Ohio. Drew Neal will drive. Has 1 win, 4 seconds, and 1/3 in 7 starts. Has been on a 4-race streak of finishing second at Bowling Green, Tiffin, Oak Harbor, and Bell Fountain. Rounding out the field of 7 is the 7. Elliott Deaton will drive for Ryan Deaton. Randy T. Young Stable is the owner. Has a 1 third-place finish in 3 seasonal starts. Last time out was impeded at Northfield Park in a non-winners of 1. Quick look at the tote board tells us that number 3, Juliet Capulet, is the 4 to 5 choice. The field of 7 is now in the hands of the starter, so get all these fillies turned in the right direction.
Starters calling the horses for the first race, 2-year-old filly Pacers. Short time to get those daily doubles in. You'll have to hurry. Starting gate is rolling. It's 76 degrees. The track is fast. And it's post time here at the Big M, Mansfield, Ohio, as they make their swing to the top of the stretch. 2-year-old filly Pacers to start the daily double for $6,920. And here they come.
They're off and pacing. I'll Be Home First is first out of the gate, looking for the lead. Juliet Capulet's on the outside. They're second as they move around the turn. Rough gated their mid-pack was Marcy as a keeper. Off stride went Look at Loudy. Look at Loudy made a nasty break there as they will pace on into the back stretch. And Juliet Capulet on the outside has them little legs a-churning and leads them by a half a length. I'll Be Home First is playing some hard ball there in second. Finally lets Juliet Capulet go. Opening quarter 29-4. In there to be third is Lovers Waltz, pacing fourth. Marcy is a keeper. Fifth at the rail is Gordy's Last Chance. Then around the turn is a Song of World Peace. And that trailer, Look at Loudy. As they move around the turn and pace onto the half, and Nick Clegg is calling the shots up top with Juliet Capulet. Right there in second, I'll Be Home First. Pacing to the outside now, Lovers Waltz is coming on from third. In their fourth, Marcy is a keeper. The half now is slowed down, 102-2. On into that turn they go, Juliet Capulet. A winner at Lisbon trying to pace home again. On the outside second, Lovers Waltz. Third at the rail, I'll Be Home First. Marcy as a keeper is there in fourth. Over there now fifth is Song of World Peace. To the outside, Gordy's Last Chance. And the distant Look at Loudy. As they continue on to 3/4, Juliet Capulet still the one. I'll Be Home First is their second, 134. I'll Be Home First looks to be breathing fire in the pocket as they move around the turn. Inside Juliet Capulet, I'll Be Home First is on the outside now. No excuse here. He'll get it if she's good enough as they come to the top of the stretch. And Juliet Capulet was playing mouse with him here. Juliet Capulet on the lead. I'll Be Home First is their second, but Juliet Capulet, I'll Be Home First, one final try. Juliet Capulet held on. I'll Be Home First their second. Marcy as a keeper was third. Time of the mile, 2:05-4.
2:05-4 for your winner, Juliet Capulet. When the wings folded, it was I'll Be Home First and Jason Thompson defending the inside position. Number 2, Juliet Capulet, was strung out there the first quarter, and first quarter went in 29-4. Got a breather there as they got to the half in 102-2. There was a challenge by Lovers Waltz, who was third at the time on the rail, came out, challenged at the half, but faded as they went down the backstretch. I'll Be Home First, as Ayers Ratliff said, had no excuses, but did finish second, but came back for a slight rally, so less than a length at the wire, but it is number 3, Juliet Capulet. 5th win in 12 seasonal starts for the Fear the Dragon filly. Time of this mile, 2:05.4.
And after winning today's first race, it's the 3, Juliet Capulet. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Fear the Dragon. At a Lady Capulet by Always a Virgin. Owned by Kimber Clegg. Betty Clegg is the trainer, and Nick Clegg, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:05.4.
Good mile there as well. She's running from the backstretch to be a part of the Winner's Circle celebration.
I'll Be Home First, second. Juliet Capulet, the winner. Gordy's Last Chance was 5th. Song of World Peace, 6th. Lover's Waltz, 4th. Marcy as a Keeper was 3rd. Recheck top down, 7, 2, 1, 5, 6, 4, 3 on the bottom, 29 and 4, 102 and 2, 134, 205 and 4. In the upcoming second.
We are on to race number 2. We have let the folks know in Columbus that the programs were not available, so they are working on that. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. Appreciate the patience. Second race, 2-year-old filly trot. First of 3 divisions. Scratch the 2. I'm Your Romance Sick. Scratch down to a field of 7. I would like to correct myself. They are only going 6 wide here. There's plenty of room. However, the starting gate only has spots for 6 horses, so we will be going with the post positions 7 and 8 as trailers. Field of 6. We'll talk about all 6 when we come back after these messages.
Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
At Ohio State's veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigDWeb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Welcome back. Richland County Fair here in Mansfield, Ohio. We want to thank everyone for their patience while we try to get the race programs up. We want to say hi to those folks watching from Sydney, Ohio, Richwood, Ohio, Van Wert, Margate, Florida, Charlotte, Michigan, Central Ontario, Maryville, Tennessee, and Eaton, Ohio. So thanks one and all for participating today. Big weekend of racing last weekend, or still, I guess it's still the weekend, still Sunday, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we had the Ohio State Fair Stakes at El Dorado Scioto Downs and wrapped up last night with a thrilling finish in the $145,000 Director of Agriculture Pace for 3-year-old colts. Went to Swingtown and Ronnie Run Jr., a nose over stablemate Rick Wink and Chris Page. So a lot of action at Scioto Downs. Tomorrow night, we will be back here, but there will also be racing at Urbana, which will be the Buckeye Stallion Series for the 2-year-old filly pacers and 2-year-old colt pacers. Buckeye Stallion Series events all go for $20,000, each division of each leg. Post time there at Champaign County Fair, 6:30. We'll come back again Tuesday, post time 6:30, and Wednesday, post time 6:30. So if you're keeping notes at home, Monday, tomorrow, right back here at 5:30, Urbana at 6:30. Tuesday, racing at 4 p.m. in Berea, the Cuyahoga County Fair. There always seem to be snake bit with rain, so hopefully we'll get this year in with little to no disruption. We also race Tuesday at Urbana, post time 6:30. Then Wednesday, we'll race at Urbana at 6:30. And then the first day at Jefferson, post time 11:30 a.m. We want to thank our speed superintendent, Dale B. Miller. Our presiding judge is David Statz. Photo finish Lynn Scott. Mike Wilkenberg's starting gate will be starting the race. Deb Rush is our charter, and our announcer is Ayers Ratliff. I want to thank everyone and congratulate everyone with the Richland County Fair on their 175th fair. Here, big milestone. 175th with a lot of fairs this year.
So again, we do ask when you're on the racetrack to keep them on the backside or in the first turn. We're all out now. We're ready to parade, but everybody's all over the racetrack. So let's get these horses together. Let's line them up and parade them in order.
If you're not familiar with Mansfield, Ohio, we're north central Ohio, midway between Columbus and Cleveland on I-71. Fairgrounds is located on the west side of downtown Mansfield. A lot of space here. Walked around the midway and food stands. Plenty of room here at the fairgrounds. Beautiful temperatures, probably low 80s. Steven's got us in the sun, though, so we're going to get a tan today. Steven, what time did you get here today? Got all set up and no issues. You're from Columbus? You live in Columbus? Grove City, so about an hour and 40 minutes for you, probably? Okay, yeah. So there's your call to the post for race number 2, 2-year-old filly trots, first of 3 divisions. We'll send it to Ayers Ratliff.
Horses on the track for race 2, 2-year-old filly trotters, a purse $5,023. In this race, scratch the 2. When play show, perfecta, quinella, trifectas. 1 is Triumphant Times, Darren Harvey. The 2 is out. 3, Dublin's Delilah, Emmanuel Miller is driving. 4, I'm a Tommy Girl, Jason Thompson. 5, remember no hopples, take those hopples off the 5. 5 is Out of Your Range, driven by Mike Spearman. 6, Go Get the Money, Rosie Weaver aboard. 7, Victory Praise, Eamon Hirschberger in the sulky. That is the field for the second race.
We'll take a look at these 6 filly trotters. Number 1 is Triumphant Times. Darren Harvey will drive train for Wayne Mast, Callum Racing, and Stephen Miller, all of Ohio. This one is undefeated in 2 seasonal starts. Was scratched sick out of the first leg of the Sire Stakes, but came back and won the second leg of the Buckeye Stallion Series by a nose and won 59-4 with Kurt Sugg on the bike. Then came back in the Summit County Fair Stakes and won that in 2 minutes and 3/5. First time away from Northfield Park. Number 2, I'm Your Romance, has been withdrawn 6. Number 3 is Dublin's Delilah. This one is trained by Herman Hagerman. Anthony Miller and Hagerman Racing are the owners. Emmanuel Miller will drive. 3 second-place finishes in 6 seasonal starts. Last time out, though, was at Cider Downs. Non-winners of 1. Finished 4th, timed and won 59-1. Number 4 is I'm a Tommy Girl. Scott Cox trains. Vicky Jennings, Michigan owns. Jason Thompson will make the decisions. Is winless in 4 starts, but does have a second-place finish and 2/3. Last time out was a breaker in the Summit County Fair Stakes. 2 back was a winner at Painesville, but lapped on break disqualified him to 3rd. Number 5 is Out of Your Range. This one will go hobbleless today for Mike Spearman, who is the owner, trainer, and driver. 0 for 5 on the season, 2 third-place finishes. One of those was 3 back at Hilliard, timed in 2:10-3. Number 6 is Go Get the Money, owned, trained, and driven by Rosie Weaver. Is winless in 6 starts, has 2 second-place finishes. One of those was 2 back at Northfield Park, a second-place finish in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Been having braking issues, so if she can keep this one flat, will be a contender. Rounding out the field of 7 is the 7 Victory Praise. Eamon Hirschberger will drive, own, and train this one. Winless in 2 starts. It was a 3rd last time out at their hometown fair in Knox County at Mount Vernon, timed 2:07. Not often we get owner, trainer, driver combinations, but 5, 6, and 7 are all owned, trained, and reined by their owner. 8-5 favorite is Triumphant Times. As we mentioned, undefeated in 2 seasonal starts. Won by a nose in the second leg of the Buckeye Stallion Series. Came back at Northfield Park in the Summit County Fair Stakes and finished 1st. So has 2 wins by less than a length combined. One by a nose first time out, one by 3 parts of a length second time out. Kurt Sugg is not here, so trainer Darren Harvey will drive. Field's gathering on the backstretch. The Mike Wilkenberg starting gate starts to roll. Field of 6 moves in behind. We'll send it to Ayers Ratliff for the call of the second.
Scratch down to a field of 6 to the top of the stretch for race 2, purse $5,023. 2-year-old filly trotters, top of the stretch, and here they come. I'm a Tommy Girl is on a break. They're off and trotting Triumphant Times, using that rail to her advantage up on the outside. Go Get the Money as they trot around the first turn. It's a Dublin's Delilah who's there in 3rd, an early 4th Out of Your Range. Over there next is Victory Praise, and still off stride, I'm a Tommy Girl. So they move on into the backstretch in Triumphant Times, and Darren Harvey out there and on the lead. In there to be 2nd, Go Get the Money. Trotting in 3rd is Dublin's Delilah. To the outside, Victory Praise. Opening quarter, 33-2. As they move around the turn, now Dublin's Delilah switches to the outside, who's coming up and after Triumphant Times, and Dublin's Delilah is trying to get around the leader here. Dublin's Delilah tried to find Triumphant Times sleeping on the lead as they move down here to the half. Dublin's Delilah hasn't cleared yet. Triumphant Times is on the inside. She's battling back at the rail as they move here by the half, and Dublin's Delilah by a half in 104 and 2. Triumphant Times has the inside advantage as they move around the turn. Manny Miller now wishing he hadn't pulled before the quarter as they trot that turn. Triumphant Times once again the leader. She tries to remain undefeated. Dublin's Delilah's on the outside going the scenic journey in second. It's Go Get the Money in third. Victory Praise is out there fourth, over there fifth, out of your range. And the distant trailer is I'm a Tommy Girl. She says, hey guys, wait for me, by 3/4 in 136 and 3. They'll move around the final turn. Triumphant Times still the leader. Dublin's Delilah's on the outside, tired. Go Get the Money is in third. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, and it is Triumphant Times. Triumphant Times turns first, now by 2. Go Get the Money is there in second. Dublin's Delilah third. Triumphant Times an undefeated 3 for 3. Go Get the Money second. Dublin's Delilah was third. 207 and 3.
207 and 3 for your undefeated winner. Triumphant Times. Darren Harvey trains and drives this Triumphant Caviar filly, owned by Wayne Mass Jr., Callum Racing, and Stephen Miller of Dundee, Chagrin Falls, and Millersburg, Ohio. 3 for 3 on the young season. Grabbed the lead early. You used the rail position, protected the lead, forced Go Get the Money into the garden spot. Tried to back down the pace a little bit as they went past the quarter in 33 and 2, and Emmanuel Miller and Dublin's Delilah came out and tried a little sneak attack, if you will, and tried to grab the lead while they were backing down the pace, but Darren Harvey parked Emmanuel Miller and Dublin's Delilah, cruised home. Unofficial 1-6-3. Darren Harvey's been driving a lot more at the county fairs. Wide turns here at Mansfield, short straights. So when the horses get to the back stretch, got a longer way to go. Get back to the winner's circle. But here comes your winner, number 1, Triumphant Times. Paid $340, $240, $210 for your favorite. Number 6, Go Get the Money, $340, $240.
Stands after winning race number 2, the now official winner, the 1, Triumphant Times. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Triumphant Caviar. At a like old times by Chip Chip Hooray. On my Wayne Mass Jr., Callum Racing, Stephen Miller. Darren Harvey is the trainer and the winning driver. Time of the mile 207 and 3. Like old times, what a race mare she was, and her baby here is now a perfect 3 starts, 3 wins. Triumphant Times 207 and 3. So Triumphant Times was the winner. I'm your romance scratch. Dublin's Delilah was third. I'm a Tommy Girl 6th, out of your range 4th. Go Get the Money 2nd, Victory Praise 5th. 1 scratch 3, 6, 4, 2, 5 on the bottom, 33 and 2, 104 and 2, 136 and 3, 207 and 3.
Race number 3 is next. Here in the third race, 3-year-old filly trotters.
We are moving on to race number 3. Quickly through first 2. Good pace tonight. So we'll talk about the third race, which is the first division of the 3-year-old filly trot. First division, field of 5, 1 driver's change. Jason Thompson will drive number 4. Tom's Julie. There's no R in there, I noticed, so Jewely. So we'll talk about all 5 when we come back after these messages.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
We are back. Stephen Taylor bringing you all the action. Sorry about that. We're being invaded here by the geese. About 50 geese just landed in the infield here at Mansfield. There's no pond, so I don't know what they're going to do, but talked a little bit about the Ohio action. Yesterday was the 100th edition of the Hambletonian. Hope everyone got to watch the coverage. It was on Fox Sports, and I know they replayed it this afternoon on CBS Sports Network. On the undercard was the Cane Pace, the second jewel of pacing Triple Crown. It was won by Captain Optimistic. Madden Oaks was second. The third place horse was Pappy's Pistol. Captain Optimistic and Pappy's Pistol are both jug eligible. We've had some conversations with the connections of Madden Oaks, and they are interested in supplementing, so excited to see those 3 finish 1, 2, 3 in the Cane Pace. Next up for the sophomore pacers will be the Lynch Memorials at Pocono. That's for the fillies. Max Hemp Memorial. I think they have 3 different divisions based on career earnings, so that's next on the road to the Little Brown Jug. Excited this year. They're going to they brought back the jug preview at Eldorado Scioto Downs Saturday of Labor Day weekend. Jason Roth and his team brought it back. First time it's being contested since Down by the Seaside won. I didn't look at the run sheet, Steve. Do we have Tom Pye, Travels with Tom Pye report? We do not. Oh, wow. Well, never fear. I brought some Mansfield trivia, and that's always fun. Mansfield was laid out and founded in 1808. It was named for Colonel Jared Mansfield. He was the United States Surveyor General who directed its planning. It's also the home of the Reformatory, Ohio State Reformatory. Are you a movie guy, Stephen? So Shawshank Redemption was shot right here in Mansfield. I believe Tango and Cash maybe, or something, maybe a little part of that, but also Air Force One. When General Roddick is being released from prison, that was shot here in Mansfield. If you ever get a chance, have you toured the prison? Okay. Did you take pictures? They say it's haunted, so if you take pictures, you see goofy things in the background. I've never really looked at my pictures, but it's supposedly haunted. You didn't see anything? Nothing? I told you we'd get you on the air. I never saw Harry and Walter go to New York, but that was supposedly was shot there as well. No idea. Saved by the Bugle. Horses are on the track parading the post for the third race. 3-year-old filly trot. We'll send it up. There's Ratliff.
Filly trotters, a purse $5,003. Win play show. Perfecta, Quinellas, Jason Thompson on 4. 1 is Sassy Sally and driven by Drew Neal. 2 is Dublin's Martini. Nick Clegg is in the bike. 3 is Suds and Ritz. Emmanuel Miller. 4 is Tom's Julie. Driver change Jason Thompson. And the 5, Miss Snickers. Logan Ebersol in the sulky.
That is the field of 5. Number 1 is Sassy's Sally. Drew Neal will drive for Rosie Weaver, who co-owns with Heartland Acres, the Marseille filly. 2 wins, 3 seconds in 11 seasonal starts. 1 back-to-back at Marion over the heavy, slow track, and then Bell Fountain back on July 7th. Took a mark, 2:02 and 3 at Bell Fountain. Number 2 is Dublin's Martini. Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg, Kimber Clegg is the connections. 4 wins, 3 seconds, and 2/3 in 13 seasonal starts. Was a winner last time out at Lisbon, and then 4 back at Bucyrus in a seasonal best, 2:01 and 2. Number 3 is Suds and Ritz. Emmanuel Miller drives this one for Herman Hagerman, who co-owns with Martin Yoder and Lucinda Belcher. This one was a winner last time out by 9 lengths at Bowling Green, Ohio, a gate-to-wire effort in 2:04 and 4. Has a mark at 1:59 and 1 at Northfield Park earlier this year. Number 4, Tom's Julie. Mike High trains Donald High of Cardington. Owns Jason Thompson will now drive 1 of 5 on the season, 1 of 12 lifetimes. That win was a gate-to-wire effort at Bucyrus in 2:06 and 4. Rounding out the field of 5 is the 5, Miss Snickers. Isaiah Shrake will train. Logan Ebersol will drive. The best stable name ever, the Cookie Ladies, are the owners. 0 for 10 on the season, 2 of 24 lifetime. Made a break last time out at Mount Vernon, but did pick up a 5th place check. 2 back, third place finish at Carrollton. Field of 5 is gathered on the backstretch, and we'll head to the Mike Wilkenberg starting gate. Moving them right along here tonight at the Richland County Fair. 12 races on tap tonight, 12 tomorrow. So I invite you to join us tomorrow, 5:30 post. We'll send it over up to Ayers Ratliff with a call here of the 3rd.
Field of 5 3-year-old filly trotters. Chase a purse of $5,003. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch for race number 3, and here they come. They're off and trotting Miss Snickers behind the others, but looking for the lead, Dublin's Martini. On the outside, Suds and Ritz. Along the inside, Sassy Sally using that rail to her advantage. Tom's Julie has jumped off stride. And Miss Snickers as they move around the turn to the backstretch. Trying to up that tempo on the outside, Suds and Ritz along the rail, Sassy Sally. They sorted out early on here, and Suds and Ritz trots onto the lead. Sassy Sally is there in second. Opening quarter, 29 and 4, and Sassy Sally does the give and go, and she is now out there and on the lead as they move around the turn. Sassy Sally's out there wing-dinging by a length and a half. Suds and Ritz is out there second. Dublin's Martini 3 lengths back in third. Miss Snickers is there next, and the trailer, that's Tom's Julie. As they trot down here by Old Glory for the first time, and with the lead, it's Sassy Sally and Drew Neal showing her heels to the field, 1 minute 2/5. Suds and Ritz is there in second. Dublin's Martini is third. In their fourth, Miss Snickers and the trailer, Tom's Julie. Off the turn, up the backside, pressing onto 3/4. It is Sassy Sally, Drew Neal dictating the tempo. Suds and Ritz right there in second over their third. That's a Dublin's Martini, and now Suds and Ritz a bit anxious here. She pops to the outside, moving by 3/4, 132. In and around the final turn, and bam, Suds and Ritz goes right to the lead. Sassy Sally is there in second. Dublin's Martini third. In their fourth, Miss Snickers, with Tom's Julie as they come to the top of the stretch. It's Suds and Ritz off of a win at Bowling Green and is just powering away here by 3, by 4. By golly, it's Suds and Ritz after it all. Sassy Sally finishing second. Dublin's Martini was third. 203 and 4.
203 and 4 for your winner, Suds and Ritz. Manuel Miller. They went 3 wide into the first turn. It was Sassy Sally, Dublin's Martini in the middle, and Suds and Ritz on the outside. So the 3 of them scrambled there in the first turn. But as they came out to the backstretch for the first time, it was Suds and Ritz who was on the lead. Sassy Sally came right back and took the lead as they went past the quarter, and Suds and Ritz on the second time down the backstretch pulled out and drew away. 203 and 4. Last quarter 31 and 4. Last half 102 and 2. For your winner, Suds and Ritz. 5th win in 15 seasonal starts, 9 of 28 lifetime. With the win, pushes earnings over $54,000 for the What the Hill filly out of the Chapter 7 mare Bubbles and Ritz. Herman Hagerman trains, co-owns with Martin Yoder and Lucinda Belcher of Ohio and Kentucky. Manny Miller picks up his first win of the evening. So does Mr. Hagerman.
After winning the third race, the 3, Suds and Ritz. 3-year-old bay filly by What the Hill. Out of Bubbles and Ritz by Chapter 7. Owned by Hagerman Racing. Martin Yoder, Lucinda Belcher. Herman Hagerman is the trainer. Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver. Time of the mile 203 and 4.
The rundown. 280, 260, 210 for your winner.
Sassy Sally was second. Dublin's Martini third. Suds and Ritz the winner. Tom's Julie was fifth, and Miss Snickers fourth. 2, 3, 1, 5, 4 on the bottom. 29 and 4. 1 minute 2/5. 132, 203 and 4.
We'll move on to race number 4, 2-year-old filly Pace, second of 2 divisions. Number 1, Squall, will be driven by Curtis Harper. Number 6, Elliot Deaton will drive. And number 7, I'm a Sissy 2, Harvey Hirschberger will drive. Field of 7, we'll talk about all 7 when we come back after these messages.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, summa cum laude, and bit of a legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
We're back. Mansfield, Ohio. J. Wolf Steve Taylor bringing you all the action. First of two nights here at the Richland County Fair in Mansfield, Ohio. Ready to play my favorite game. Name the famous resident of Richland County. Don Nealand, football coach from Bowling Green University, and then on to West Virginia University. Mr. Nealand retired in 2001 with 202 career wins, which at the time was the 17th winningest coach in NCAA history. He was elected into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2005. Lewis Brumfield was an American writer and conservationalist, the best-selling novelist in the 1920s, reinvented himself as a farmer in the late 1930s. He won a Pulitzer Prize for a novel in 1927, and he founded the experimental Malabar Farm here just south of Mansfield. Luke Perry, 90210 fame. He played Dylan McKay in the series Beverly Hills 90210. He was born right here in Mansfield. And then Frank Lamb was an aviation pioneer, was considered the nation's first military aviator. Just some of the fine folks who called Mansfield home at one time. Stephen, were you a 90210 fan? I never watched 1 minute of it, so. You're back tomorrow as well? Okay. Look forward to, I understand Don Tiger will be joining us tomorrow. Okay. No Don today, so I got to talk to myself. It's always fun, isn't it? Most people think I'm crazy. Now it's proven. Remind everyone about all the county fair action. If you've got a passport, come by and see us. We'll stamp it. If you're not familiar with this passport program, it is a small booklet that you can take to the various county fairs. Come and visit the talent from the OHHA. We'll stamp your book at the end of the year. Mail your books back to the OHA office, and whoever has visited the most fairs will win a fabulous prize. This year, last year was a large screen TV and tickets in the hospitality pavilion for the Little Brown Jug. I think we've stamped 3 today. 3, 4, handful. 5 today. Okay. Oh, that's right. You did a couple before I even got here. Hall of Fame weekend at Canton, we got Emmitt Smith here. Or is that just someone wearing his jersey? I have a feeling it's someone just wearing his jersey. Tomorrow we are back here at 5:30 for the second of 2 days of the Home Talent Colt Stakes here at Mansfield. Also at 6:30, Buckeye Stallion Series action at Urbana. Matt Clark will be in Urbana, and that usually means rain. You laugh, Stephen. We sat there on the air one time, and I watched a lake form around my car in the infield. I had to take my shoes off and wade to my car, ankle deep. Then I said, it's okay, I'm in the car, but how am I going to get out? Because I was surrounded by water. So called Mike Wokenberg, and he says, I've got a chain in the truck. And I said, good, I may need it. But we got pointed out, got out of there. The next day I was smart, and I parked off the fairgrounds on a paved street and walked into the fairgrounds. I figured it was much easier than it was to remove shoes and walk around. Susan Schroeder was out of town this weekend. She took a couple days off and went to the Hambletonian, so look forward to hearing her stories. That is the call to the post for the 4th. Send it up to Ayers Ratliff.
4. 2-year-old filly Pacers per $6,920. Win play show, Perfecta, Quinella, Trifecta wagering. The 1 is Squall. Make the driver Curtis Harper. 2, Dancin' Dottie. Logan Ebersol is up. 3, Coco Motion. Emmanuel Miller. 4 is Cool Lady Rosa. Jason Thompson. 5, Stone Creek Girl and Nick Clegg. 6 is Fear and Terror. Make the driver Elliot Deaton. And the 7, I'm a Sissy 2. Driver change Harvey Hirschberger in the sulky.
Field of 7 for race number 4. Number 1 is Squaw. Curtis Harper will now get the assignment for Ron Steck, who trains this one for owner-breeder Fred Reed of Delaware, Ohio. Winless on 3 starts, but does have a 2nd and 3rd place finish. 2nd last time out at Marysville. July 22nd, beaten 5 3/4 lengths, timed in 2:03 and 2. Number 2 is Dancing Dottie. Isaiah Schrake trains for John Semmelhack, Litchfield, Ohio. This one's been on the board all 5 starts. 1 win, 2 seconds, 2 thirds in 5 seasonal starts. Has a qualifying mark of 2:04 and 1 at Northfield Park. Back on June 19th, Logan Ebersol, the 29-year-old, will make the driving decisions. Number 3 is Coco Motion. Herman Hagerman and Emmanuel Miller look to go back-to-back for her Hagerman Racing of Mount Vernon, Ohio. 0 for 3 on the season. Has some tough luck lately. Was 6th 2-back at their hometown Mount Vernon Fair. At Lisbon, had broke stride, had broken equipment, and was distanced. Number 4 is Cool Lady Rosa. Scott Cox, Sherry Cox. Jason Thompson will drive. 0 for 4 on the season. Does have a 2nd place finish. That was 2-back at Mount Vernon. Timed in 2:08 and 4 with Jason in the bike that afternoon. Number 5 is Stone Creek Girl. Betty Clegg, Kimber Clegg, Nick Clegg, the connections. 3 wins, 2 seconds, and a 3rd and 10 seasonal starts. Was beaten by a head last time out at Lisbon. Was a winner in back-to-back starts on the 17th and 21st at Bucyrus and Mount Vernon. Number 6 is Fear and Terror. Elliot Deaton will now drive for Gary Martin, who co-owns with Eric Goodall, Susan Stockwell, and Kleinberg of Ohio, South Carolina, and New Jersey. 0 for 2 on the season. Has a 3rd place finish last time out at Northfield Park at the Summit County Fair Stakes. Timed in 57 and 3, and rounding out the field of 7 in the 2nd tier is I'm a Sissy 2. Harvey Hirschberger will drive for Betty Clegg and Kimber Clegg. 0 for 10 on the season. Has a 2nd place finish and 3 3rd place finishes, including last time out at Lisbon, timed in 2:07 in 2. That is your field for the 4th, 2nd and final division. 2-year-old filly Pace. Send it to Ayers Ratliff.
Racers moving to the top of the stretch. Per $6,920, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Dancin' Dottie goes out there looking for the lead. Squalls along the inside 2nd. On the outside, then Stone Creek Girl as they move around the turn. Off stride went Coco Motion. As they will move into the backstretch, Fear and Terror is there in fourth. Coming through fifth, that's Cool Lady Rosa. Then it's I'm a Sissy 2, and still on a break, Coco Motion. On to that opening quarter they go, and Dancin' Dottie. Dancin' Dottie's waltzing out there and on the lead in 31 seconds. In their second, Stone Creek Girl. Pacing third is Squall. In their next comes Fear and Terror fourth. Over their fifth is Cool Lady Rosa. Then we have the little I'm a Sissy 2 and that trailer, Coco Motion. They're in single file as they come down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, and out there with the lead. With them on top, Dancin' Dottie. Oh, Dottie's got him out there a length and a half. In their second, Stone Creek Girl. Now moving up on the outside, Fear and Terror and Elliott Deaton, the half in 104 and 2. As they move on into the turn, Dancin' Dottie bracing for the challenge. Fear and Terror is up on the outside, and she's now taken it to the leader as they move around the turn to straighten up into the backstretch. Fear and Terror and Deaton's out there by a nose. Dancin' Dottie's along the inside. They're trying to battle back in second. Over there to be third is Stone Creek Girl. Fourth is Squall as they continue by 3/4 in 134 and 2. Inside Dancin' Dottie. Outside Fear and Terror. They're going at it like Donald Trump and CNN as they move around the turn. Fear and Terror on the outside. Dancin' Dottie on the inside. They're at the top of the stretch. They're on their way home, and it's Fear and Terror. She's put the dancer away. It's Fear and Terror. She's opened up now by 3. Fear and Terror will win. Dancin' Dottie their second. Stone Creek Girl held third. 205 and 2.
205 and 2 for your winner, Fear and Terror. Unofficial 6-2-5. Last half in 101 for your winner, Fear and Terror. When the gate swings folded to start the race, it looked like there was a handful of horses that wanted to leave. But it ended up being Dottie Dancer and Logan Ebersol protecting the inside position. Started post 2. Led the field past the half in 104 and 2. Fear and Terror was sitting fourth at the time. First to challenge at the half, put a head in front down the backstretch and pulled away for the 205 and 2 victory. Gary Martin owns trains for Eric Goodall, Aiken, South Carolina, Sue Stockwell, and Kleinberg Racing of New Jersey. First win in 3 career starts for the Fear of the Dragon filly out of the Western Terror mare, Jenny's Terror. $7,000 purchase at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
And after winning race number 4, it's the 6, Fear and Terror. Fear and Terror is a 2-year-old bay filly by Fear the Dragon. At a Jenny's Terror by Western Terror, owned by G. Martin, E. Goodell, S. Stockwell, B. Kleinberg Racing. Gary Martin is the trainer. Elliott Deaton, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 205 and 2. Squall was 4th, Dancin' Dottie 2nd, Coco Motion 7th. Cool Lady Rosa 5th, Stone Creek Girl 3rd, Fear and Terror the winner. I'm a Sissy 2 was 6th. 4-2-7, 5-3-1, 6 on the bottom, 31. 104 and 2, 134 and 2, 205 and 2.
That takes us to race number 5. Second division of the 2-year-old filly trot, field of 7. Money out the window, number 5, will be driven by Elliott Deaton. Miles Woolham will drive the 2, Good Miss Gracious. We'll come back and talk about this race when we hear from our sponsors.
Volstead, Coach K Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
We are back here at Richland County Fair, the 175th edition of the Richland County Fair. J. Wolf, Stephen Taylor bringing you all the action from the 12 race card here. I want to thank our sponsors, Dublin Valley, that last break, and also important message from the OHHA and the PACER, the Political Action Group. It's important that we keep the legislators know that how important harness racing is for the economy, including all of the jobs it creates. Ayers Ratliff has a great speech that he reads at all of his county fairs, talking about everyone who's impacted here in the state of Ohio from the sport of harness racing, from the people who are active participants to the farmers to the mechanics who work on the trucks to the companies who sell the trucks and trailers. Horse racing is an important part of the economy, and you need to make sure everyone knows that. Hopefully the race programs are now on harnessracingohio.com. Did you know you can go back and watch past races? So if you miss something today, you can always go back and re-watch the events. I want to thank everyone watching and checking in. Weston, Ohio. Rod Cooper's right here at the finish line. He's about 10 yards from me. Watching from North Carolina. Scott, Ohio.
Still need 4 of you. Keep them coming for the 5th race.
Town so nice, they named it after you, Scott. Racing earlier today at Chillicothe. One-day meet down at Chillicothe, which is Ross County, I believe. Let me verify that. Ross County at Chillicothe. They started at noon, so should be wrapped up by now. Track records here at Mansfield on the trot. 2:01 set in 2001 by Go Go Tiger and ATC Queenie. ATC Queenie was a war horse. She won several Ohio Breeders' Championship age divisions. I believe also won a Signature Series final at Delaware. Pacing track record is Swing City, set in 1:58-1 back in 2000. The geese have migrated towards the center of the track now. The Great Migration.
Just one horse, not where it's supposed to be, but let's get the other. Let's line them up and rate them in order, please.
Send it up to Ayers Ratliff for the post parade here for the 2-year-old filly trot, second division of the Hometown Colt Stakes.
Again, let's get them together. Let's line them up and parade them in order.
Post parade in order. The 2's come by already, going that way. The 3 was going the correct way on the track, which is not the post position way.
Here are the horses for the 5th race. 2-year-old filly trotters, purse $5,023. 1 Nothing But Win, Daniel Miller. 2 Good Miss Gracious, she's on the backside with Miles Woolham in the bike. 3 Moolah in the bank, Jason Thompson. 4 is Flirtin' Tommy, Emmanuel Miller. 5 Money Out the Window, make the driver Elliott Deaton. 6 Bianca, Nick Clegg. And the 7 Charming Rosie, Francis Lawton in the sulky. That's the field for the 5th race. Miles Woolham on 2.
Number 1, Nothing But Win. Daniel Miller will drive and train this one for Richland Acres of Orrville, Ohio. 4th career start, has a 3rd place finish last time out at Lisbon, timed in 2:18:1. Number 2 is Good Miss Gracious. Miles Woolham will drive and train for Julie Ann Sweet. Miles Woolham and Gale Racing. This one is 0 for 3 lifetime. Last time out, broke at the start, finished 5th, 2:10:2. Number 3, Moolah in the Bank. Scott Cox trains for Wayne Mast, Callum Racing, Scott Cox Racing, and Zollers. Has 6 career starts, no wins, but does have a 2nd and 2/3. Was 4th last time out at the Summit County Fair Stakes at Northfield Park. 4th place finish at 39:1. Number 4 is Flirtin' Tommy. Herman Hagerman trains. Emmanuel Miller drives for Jay Burkholder, and Joseph Burkholder of Apple Creek in Holmesville, Ohio, has won half of her 6 seasonal starts, has wins at Marion, Hilliard, and Bowling Green. Best of those times was 2:05:2 at Bowling Green. Number 5, Money Out the Window, Gary Martin, Elliott Deaton. Gary Martin also owns for Kleinberg and Mr. Triente Senior. This one is 0 for 4 of the year. Has 2 second place and a 3rd place finish. 3 back was 3rd place second at Painesville. Last time out was a straight 3rd place finisher at Lisbon. Number 6, Bianca. 0 for 10 on the season for Nick Clegg, Betty Clegg, and Kimber Clegg. Was 2nd, though, last time out at Lisbon. Was 2nd the entire mile, 2:18 with Nick Clegg in the bike that afternoon. Rounding out the field of 7 is the 7, Charming Rosie. Francis Lawton owns, trains, drives. Ivan Miller was the breeder for this $2,500 yearling purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. 0 for 2 on the season. Has picked up 2 4th place checks at Carrollton and Lisbon. Number 4, Flirtin' Tommy, your 1-2 favorite here at Mansfield. The Mike Wilkenberg Sternegate has started to roll down the backstretch. The field of 7 now in the hands of the starters. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff with a call here of the 5th.
Field of 7, 2-year-old filly trotters, purse $5,023. Top of the stretch for tonight's 5th race, and here they come. They're off and trotting, scattered everywhere, and off stride Flirtin' Tommy. Going out there to the lead, Moolah in the Bank. Moolah on the bank is on top now by almost 2. Bianca's there in second as they trot around the turn. Over there to be third is Money Out the Window. Along the inside, Nothing But Win is fourth, and their fifth, Good Miss Gracious. Then we come back to Flirtin' Tommy, and Charming Rosie is the trailer. As they continue on to the opening quarter, and out there with the lead. With them on top, Moolah in the bank in 34 seconds. Bianca's there in second. Money Out the Window is out there a parked third. Fourth on the inside, Nothing But Win. As they move around the turn, Good Miss Gracious is there in fifth. Over there, six is Flirtin' Tommy, and the trailer is Charming Rosie. As they move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, Moolah in the bank has the lead. Bianca there in second. Money Out the Window is on the outside third. Halfway home in 106 and 4 as they move around the turn, where Moolah on the bank is on the lead. On the outside is Money Out the Window. Bianca's at the rail. Out there next is Good Miss Gracious. Inside, Nothing But Win as they straighten away to the backstretch. And Money Out the Window shoving a nose on top. Inside, Moolah in the bank. Out there third is Bianca trying to travel 3 wide from the back. Flirtin' Tommy, 139 and 1. Moving around the final turn with the lead. Moolah on the bank on the outside. Money Out the Window. Out there on the wide side, Flirtin' Tommy, Bianca needs room. They come to the top of the stretch. It's wide open as they turn for home. Moolah on the bank. Outside is Money Out the Window. Moolah on the bank. Money Out the Window. Moolah in the bank gets it done. Money Out the Window second. Flirtin' Tommy was third. 209 and 4.
209 and 4 for your winner. Either the Moolah was going to be in the bank or out the window, because we had Moolah in the bank and Money Out the Window fighting for the lead the last half of a mile. Shout out, though, to Flirtin' Tom. She was the prohibitive favorite and made a break in stride going into the first turn, but rebounded and actually had a good shot at the top of the lane. Just got a little tired, finished third. Unofficial, 3, 5, 4. Time of that mile, 209 and 4. Last half, 103 for your winner, Moolah, and the bank, Jason Thompson. Northfield Park regular coming down to drive for Scott Cox. Co-owns this one with Wayne Mast, Callum Racing, and Zollers, all of the Buckeye State. First win, 6 career starts for the in-range filly. Out of the Cash Hall mare, Moolah Begonia.
So we do have an off-the-board objection here. 1 against 6, 1 against 6, interference in the last turn. Again, off-the-board objection, 1 against 6.
There has been an objection filed, 1, Nothing But Win, and Daniel Miller against the 6, Bianca, and Nick Clegg. Those do not affect the top 3. Obviously, it matters for purse money, but not for the wagering public, so they'll take a look at that. For those who are new to the sport, there's judges that sit behind us and watch all of the action, but they also include the starter. So
3, Moolah in the bank. Moolah in the bank is a 2-year-old bay filly by In Range. Out of Moolah Begonia by Cash Hall. On my Wayne Mast Jr., Callum Racing, Scott Cox Stables, W. Zollers. Scott Cox is the trainer. Jason Thompson, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 209 and 4.
As we mentioned before the winner's circle ceremonies began, there has been an objection filed, 1 against the 6. Does not affect the wagering public, but does matter for the purses. So there might be a slight delay here as they sort out the 5th race. 2-year-old filly trot. unofficially, the top 5 as we have them right now. 3, Moolah in the Bank was your winner. Number 5, Money Out the Window was second. Flirtin' Tommy was third. Number 6, Bianca was fourth. And Nothing But Win is unofficially fifth. Judges have come down and we'll take a look at our footage coverage. Jason Thompson, first win of the 2-day meet here.
As we await this objection, we can start bringing them out the track for the 6th race. Let's start moving them out for race 6.
Just to remind everyone, we will be back tomorrow here at Mansfield. So Ayers Ratliff called it the Big M. He also says that at Marion and Marysville. So the Big M, Mansfield, Ohio. We will be back here tomorrow at 5:30. So we invite you to join us. We have all the colts tomorrow. The 2-year-old colts, pace and trot, 2 and 3-year-olds on the Home Talent Colt Stakes. We also have the first day of coverage from the Champaign County Fair, which is Urbana in the Buckeye Stallion Series. 2-year-old fillies and 2-year-old colt pacers will go to battle there at Urbana. Then on Tuesday, you have your choice. You can either watch Berea at 4 o'clock or watch Urbana at 6:30. Then again, on Wednesday, you have your choice. You can watch racing from Jefferson and Attica or Urbana. Jefferson's at 11:30. Attica, the independent fair there, is at 12 noon. And Urbana, post time, 6:30. Saw that Wednesday in the Urbana races, there is the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series, another leg of that. The objection has been disallowed. The top 5 will remain.
3-5-4 official. Nothing But Win was 5th. Goodness Gracious 6th. Moolah on the Bank, the winner. Flirtin' Tommy was 3rd. Money Out the Window 2nd. Bianca 4th. Charming Rosie 7th. 5, 6, 1, 3, 2, 4, 7 on the bottom. 34. 106 and 4. 139 and 1. 209 and 4.
We turn the page to race 6. 3-year-old filly pace first of 3 divisions, field of 6. Harvey Hirschberger will drive the 2 mid-win special. Trainer Michael Durantz will drive 4 Oh Mother Well. We'll talk about all 6 when we come back after this commercial break.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
We are back. Mansfield, Ohio, Richland County Fair, the 175th edition of the Richland County Fair. We would like to thank our sponsors in that break, Hickory Lane Farm, OSU Equine Center, and the Stable.ca. Fractional Ownership Group had a big Thursday night. They won freshman trot with Uncle Danny. So congratulations to the Fractional Ownership Group. You know who likes fractional ownership groups? Track photographer. Because there's a lot of owners and they all want their pictures. Remind everyone that you can comment. Glad we're enjoying our coverage. Thank everyone for watching from Kenilworth, Ontario, Bryan, Ohio. Joe McLeod's driving home from East Rutherford, New Jersey. Dave Myrick, thanks for the comments. We appreciate it. J.D. Varnell keeps us informed what's going on elsewhere. Harrisburg Heist, the Ohio bred who race under the Burke banner, won a division of the Commonwealth Series. I believe those go for $30,000. Watching from Bowling Green, Ohio, and watching SummerSlam. Saved by the bugle, as they say.
Here are the horses on the track for race 6. 3-year-old filly Pacers purse $4,452. Harvey Hirschberger's on the 2, Michael Durant's on 4. When play show Exacta, Quinella, Trifectas. 1 Truly Old Times, Jason Thompson. 2 is Midwind Seashell, make that driver Harvey Hirschberger. 3 Midnight Western, Drew Neal. 4 Motherwell, driver change, Michael Durant's. 5 Crosswind Sweet Pea, Elliott Deaton. And the 6 Julie's Grace, James Day, in the sulky.
Those are the 6 fillies competing here in race number 6. Number 1, Truly Old Times. Jason Thompson drives for Scott Cox. Trains this one for Christina Lynn Johnson of East Sparta, Ohio, and Ronald G. King of Windham, Ohio. 3 wins, 14 starts. Was a winner last time out at Lisbon, but does have a win at Northfield Park in 56-3. Number 2 is from Midwind Seashell from the Clegg Barn, but this one will be driven by Harvey Hirschberger. This one is 0 for 8 on the season, 2 of 32 lifetimes. Was a 4th place finisher last time out with Braden Rhodes in the bike, timed in 2:07 and 4. Number 3 is Midnight Western. David Warnstaff from Ashley, Ohio, 0 for 3 on the season. Drew Neal will make the decisions for this one. Was 3rd last time out at Bowling Green, timed in 2:06 with Drew in the bike that afternoon. Number 4 will now be driven by trainer Michael Durant's is O Motherwell for the Fly Fancy Stables of Nova, Ohio. 0 for 8 lifetime. Has not had on the board finish, but has picked up purse checks last 2 times out at Marion and Bucyrus. Number 5 is Crosswinds Sweet Pea. Ryan Deaton trains. Elliott Deaton drives. Dustin Ford Racing of Stowe, Ohio. Randy T. Young stable of MacArthur, Ohio. 3 wins, 6 seconds, and a 3rd in 15 starts. Has been on the board 20 of 31 lifetime. Had 2 straight wins, 2 and 3 back at Cortland and Carrollton. Was 2nd at Lisbon last time out. Rounding out the field of 6. On the outside, Julie's Grace, James Day trains and reigns this one for Power Play Racing. One of our sponsors of our broadcast. 0 for 12 lifetime. Has 5 second and 3rd place finishes combined. Has been on the board all 3 starts into 2025. Was 2nd last time out at Lisbon with Mr. Day in the sulky. The field is at the top of the stretch. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff.
They're off and pacing, and it is Midnight Western who looks for the lead on the inside. Truly Old Times getting away in early 3rd. Crosswind Sweet Pea as they move around the turn. Getting in there to be fourth comes Julie's Grace. Then it's Oh Motherwell and the trailer, Midwind Seashell, as they now ramble up the backstretch. And Truly Old Times has them out there by a tight length and a quarter. Midnight Western is nestled into the pocket second. Crosswind Sweet Pea in third. Opening quarter 30-3. Julie's Grace is there in fourth. Oh Motherwell is fifth. And the trailer, Midwind Seashell. Around that turn they go, and Truly Old Times off of a win at Lisbon leads them out there by a length and a quarter. Midnight Western is there in second as they straighten away and pace down here in front of the stands. Crosswind Sweet Pea in third. In their fourth, Julie's Grace. Then it is Oh Motherwell and Midwind Seashell, the half 101-3. Into the turn they go. Truly Old Times leads the way. Still in their second, Midnight Western. Peeking to the outside is Crosswind Sweet Pea, and she now commits to the outside, straightening away to the backstretch. That leader, Truly Old Times. Crosswind Sweet Pea comes to call to the outside, and she now looks that leader in the eye as they continue on to three quarters. Truly Old Times answering the challenge. Crosswind Sweet Pea is on the outside, 132-4. Midnight Western at the rail in third. Outside fourth comes Julie's Grace. As they pace around the turn and they'll head for home, it's Truly Old Times. Truly Old Times on top. Crosswind Sweet Pea still in second. They're into the stretch. And it's Truly Old Times. Crosswind Sweet Pea is trying her here, but trying in vain. Truly Old Times. Truly Old Times will win. Crosswind Sweet Pea second. Julie's Grace was third. 203.
Jason Thompson and trainer Scott Cox, the first to double up tonight, picks up the win here in race 6 with Truly Old Times. Time of that mile 2:03. Got to the quarter in 30-3. Half 101-3. Three quarters 132-4. Came home 30-1 for a 2:03 mile. Truly Old Times, the lather up filly. Out of the Dragon Again mare, Crystal Chris. This one was bred by co-owner Christina Lynn Johnson of East Sparta, Ohio. Co-owns with Ronald King. Jason Thompson, 46-year-old driver, regular at Northfield Park, picks up his second of the day. Very formful race. Everyone minded their manners the first half a mile, and Crosswind Sweet Pea came out first challenge down the backstretch the second time and just couldn't get by the winner. Truly Old Times. Figured this one out. Was 0 for 4 as a 2-year-old. Never hit the board. This year, though, has hit the board in half of her 2025 starts. Has a lifetime mark of 56-3 at Northfield Park back on June 21st.
Winning the sixth race, the one Truly Old Times. Truly Old Times, a 3-year-old. Bay filly by Lather Up. At a Crystal Chris by Dragon Again. Owned by Christina Lynn Johnson, Ronald King, Scott Cox trains, and Jason Thompson, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:03. Truly Old Times, the race winner. Midwind Seashell, 5th. Midnight Western was 4th. Oh Motherwell, 6th. Crosswind Sweet Pea, 2nd. Julie's Grace was 3rd. 154-6-2, 3 on the bottom. 30-3/5. 101-3. 132-4. 203.
So we're at the halfway point here at our 12 race card. We'll turn the page to race 7, 2-year-old filly trotters. Field of 7. Darren Harvey will drive the 2, 7 Lick Image. Curtis Harper will drive the 3, What Speed Limit. Elliott Deaton will drive for Jasmine's Diamond. We'll talk about all of these when we come back after these messages.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
We are back. Jay Wolfsteed and Taylor bringing you all the action here from Mansfield, Ohio. Jeannie Vardell asked, when will I be putting out my top 10 list for the Road to the Jug? Tuesday. I try not to step on the Hambletonians' toes, especially this year with it being the 100th edition. There's plenty of time. So we will be putting that out Tuesday. We're anxiously awaiting the return of Blueprint. Had some surgery a couple weeks ago, and preliminary they said it would be back in early August, so we look forward to the return of Blueprint. Ron Burke trainee, driven by transplanted Michigan Northfield Park regular Ronnie Wren Jr. Prince Hal Hanover will be in my top 3. The Matt Clark Special was the winner at the Adios, crossed the finish line first in the Meadowlands pace, but was disqualified for interference in the stretch. Impressive effort from Captain Optimistic in the Cane pace. So wouldn't be surprised if that's your top 3 on Tuesday. A little secret out of the bag. Now I'm only going to rank the top 10 that are currently eligible. Anybody, any 3-year-old pacer can be supplemented to the Little Brown Jug for $45,000. But I do not rank those that are considering supplementing. We've been contacted by a couple of owners asking us about details about supplements. So supplements are due Saturday before the jug, and then the regular jug entries are not due until Monday. You're probably asking, why is that? We felt it was important that those who have paid in their entire way be able to get some intelligence to make a decision if they would like to enter based on the supplemental entries. So supplemental entries are due 48 hours ahead of the general entries. This is the opening day of the Richland County Fair. As I mentioned earlier, I took a little quick walk around the fairgrounds. If you see it from satellite, the roads are a perfect circle. So everything shoots out of a circle. walk through. I saw a chicken getting a bath. Have you ever seen a chicken getting a bath? I don't know if it was being judged or something earlier, but they had the scrub brush out and was giving a chicken a bath. Then I walked by 3 ducks that were just in a little kiddie pool all by themselves and giving themselves their own bath. So that is your poultry report. Didn't get anything to eat. Steven, did you get anything? Nope. Okay. We have no Frank Froz food report. As I mentioned earlier, if you're unfamiliar with Mansfield, Ohio, it is north central Ohio, approximately midway between Cleveland and Columbus, right off of I-70. I-71, sorry, and State US 30. Nice sprawling fairgrounds here at Mansfield, Ohio. Plenty of room. Nice crowd. They're either on the fence or behind us. There's no one really sitting around us because the folks on the fence have the very up-close view and the other folks are in the shade. It's hard to believe we're 6 weeks away from the Little Brown Jug, and that means we're only about a month away from the yearlings. I know the blooded horse sales, I think it was the first yearling sale. Then we go the Ohio Select sale, the Lexington Select sale, and then there's one in Indiana now. So plenty of opportunities to buy your Ohio breds for 2026 and beyond. We're sneaking up on the third leg of the 2-year-old Colt Trot Ohio Sire Stakes. That is Sunday, August 10th at Northfield Park. 2-year-old filly trot is the same evening. Saturday night, August 9th, will be the 2-year-old filly pace and the 2-year-old colt pace at the Route 8 Oval.
7. 2-year-old filly trotters, a purse $5,023. Darren Harvey on 2. Curtis Harper on 3. Elliott Deaton on 4. When play show, exacta Quinella trifectas. 1 Betsy Ann, Ammon Hirschberger. 2 7 Lick Image. Driver change to Darren Harvey. 3 What Speed Limit. Make the driver Curtis Harper. 4 is Jasmine's Diamond. Driver change, Elliott Deaton. 5, It's Not Easy, Jason Thompson. 6, Ivy's Legacy, Mike Spearman aboard. And the 7, Rose Run Bridget, Emmanuel Miller in the sulky. That's the field for race 7.
Number 1 is Betsy Ann. Eamon Hirschberger will drive this one for Levi Hirschberger, who owns from North Lawrence, Ohio. This one started out in the Sire Stakes, was 9th, pulled up, did not finish in the Sire Stakes. Then the next time out, came out in the Buckeye Stallion Series, finished 5th. Then tried class non-winners of 1 at Scioto Downs and finished 7th. So looking for a little bit easier here tonight. 0 for 3 on the season, $1,000 in earnings. Number 2 is 7 Lick Image. Darren Harvey will drive for Scott Cox, who trains this one for Wayne Mass Jr. and Callum Racing. 1 win in 4 seasonal starts. That was back at Bucyrus, 204 in 2, 3 back. Number 3, What Speed Limit? Curtis Harper will drive for Ron Steck, who co-owns with Robert Smoko and George Green. This one has 2 third-place finishes in 2 starts. 3rd place at Hilliard, 3rd place at Marysville. Number 4 is Jasmine's Diamond. Elliott Deaton will drive for Gary Martin. Sue Stockwell is the owner. This one has 3 wins in 1 second in 4 starts, so been first or second in all 4 starts. Has a mark of 207 and 4 at Paynesville, 3 back. Number 5, It's Not Easy. Scott Cox, the second one. This one driven by Jason Thompson. The lessee is Terry Mount Pleasant. 2 wins, 1 second in 4 seasonal starts. Has 9,200 on her card. This is a Volstead filly. Was second after a break at the start at Lisbon. Rebounded, timed in 2:14 and 4. Number 6 is Ivy's Legacy. Mike Spearman drives and trains for Philip Spearman of Fredericktown, Ohio. Has 2 second-place finishes in 3 seasonal starts. Was second first time out at Hilliard, 5th at Bucyrus, in second at Mount Vernon. On the second tier, Emmanuel Miller will drive number 7, Rose Run Bridget. Herman Hagerman trains this one and co-owns with Anthony Miller. This one has 1 win, 1 second, 2/3 in 4 seasonal starts, 14,000 in earnings, and a mark 201 in 2 at Scioto Downs. Very competitive race here. Several of these have been on the board more than half of their career starts. Field of 7 behind the Wilkenberg starting gate. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff with the call.
Purse of $5,023. A field of 7 2-year-old filly trotters. They make their way to the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and a trotting. Betsy Ann jumps it off as they leave away. What Speed Limit goes out there wanting the lead as they move around the turn. Now What Speed Limit has jumped it off stride as they move around the turn. Going wide around the breaker, Jasmine's Diamond along the inside. Rose Run Bridget, well driven from the second tier. In there to be third comes 7 Lick Image. Ivy's Legacy is there in 4th. Now off stride. It's not easy. Then we come back to the breakers. What Speed Limit and Betsy Ann. Opening quarter 32 and 2. And we found that 2-year-old filly trotters, they do run. They do run as they move on into the turn. And out there with the lead, Jasmine's Diamond out there by a length and a quarter. Rose Run Bridget is there in 2nd. 7 Lick Image looks them over from 3rd. In their 4th, Ivy's Legacy. Further on back to What Speed Limit with Betsy Ann and that distant trailer. As they come here in front of the stands, it's not easy. 106 and 2. On into the turn they go, and the Diamond is gleaming out there and on top. Jasmine's Diamond in their 2nd. Rose Run Bridget. On to the outside, 7 Lick Image. She's now in 2nd and trying to press on the leader. Ivy's Legacy is there in 4th. Further back, 5th, Betsy Ann. Then it's What Speed Limit. And it's not easy. To 3/4 they go. Jasmine's Diamond and Elliott Deaton is out there and on top. Rose Run Bridget is their 2nd, 138 and 2. On the outside is a 7 Lick Image with Ivy's Legacy. Moving around this final turn, and now Ivy's Legacy is out there 3 wide at 99 to 1. They come to the top of the stretch. 3 across the racetrack as they turn for home. Jasmine's Diamond, grandstand side, Ivy's Legacy between them. Rose Run Bridget is shaking free late. Coming to the wire, photo for win. Maybe Jasmine's Diamond, maybe Rose Run Bridget. Tight on the line. 210, 1/5.
210 and 1, blanket finish. Jasmine Diamond, Elliott Deaton on the inside. Rose Run Bridget on the outside. Emmanuel Miller looked to be for 7-6 unofficial time of that mile, 210 and 1. If you're playing the Ayers Ratliff bingo card, you can scratch off they do run. You got CNN and Donald Trump already. All we need now is if this was a fight, they would have finished it or stopped it. So if you're playing along, Jasmine's Diamond, Elliott Deaton, Gary Martin, double up. Sue Stockwell is the owner of the Muscle Diamond filly out of a Muscle Mass mare, Jasmine's Volo. 4 wins in 5 starts. The only time this one did not win was at the Summit County Fair Stakes, 3 back at Northfield, but was second, beaten only 3 parts of a length. What speed limit broke stride at the start? Rebounded for unofficial 4th. 7 Look Image looked to be 5th. Betsy Ann broke at the start, finished 6th. And It's Not Easy. It wasn't easy. Finished 7th after the break. Results are now official. Your winner paid $4,344. The 7, $6.0520. The trifecta 476 paid $74. Nice payout in the trifecta. The golf cart has arrived from the backstretch, and so has our winner. Jasmine's Diamond.
In front of the stands after winning race number 7, it's the 4, Jasmine's Diamond. Jasmine's Diamond just held on to win the 7th race, a 2-year-old bay filly by a Muscle Diamond. Added Jasmine Volo by Muscle Mass. Oh, my Sue Stockwell. Gary Martin is the trainer. Elliott Deaton, the winning driver. That's 2 wins for Elliott. A Deaton double so far tonight. Time of the mile, 2:10. 1/5. Betsy Ann was 6th. 7 Lick Image 5th. What speed limit 4th? Jasmine's Diamond was the winner. It's Not Easy 7th. Ivy's Legacy 3rd. Rose Run Bridget was 2nd. Recheck top down, a 6.54, 1.73, 2 on the bottom, 32 and 2, 106 and 2, 138 and 2, 210, 1/5.
We turn the page to race number 8, the second division of the 3-year-old filly trot. We'll talk about this field of 5 when we come back after these messages.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
Thank you for joining us for Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage of County Fair Racing. Jay Wolf, Stephen Taylor, bringing you all the action from Richland County Fair. Now would be a good time to recap if you joined us late. Race number 1 was the 2-year-old filly Pace, won by Juliet Capulet. Nick Clegg drive. This one won in 2:05 and 4. The second race was for 2-year-old filly trotters, won by trainer driver Darren Harvey. Triumphant Times was your winner in 2:07 and 3. Race 3 was the 3-year-old filly trot, first division. Suds and Ritz, Emmanuel Miller was the winning driver for trainer Herman Hagerman, 2:03 and 4. Race 4, the second division of the 2-year-old filly pace, won by Fear and Terror, Elliot Deaton and Gary Martin, 2:05 and 2. Race 5, 2-year-old filly trot, Moolah in the Bank, Jason Thompson for Scott Cox, 2:09 and 4 for the in-range filly. Race 6, first division of the 3-year-old filly pace, truly old times. Thompson and Scott Cox came back there, 2:03. Race 7 just completed. Jasmine's Diamond, Gary Martin and Elliot Deaton with their double. This one was won by Jasmine's Diamond in 2:10 and 1/5. Brings us to race number 8, 3-year-old filly trot, second division. Not sure how this math works here. This division for $5,003, but the total purse is $13,009. So I must not be very good at math because I can't figure out how that's going to work. Maybe $15,009, but not $13,009. Field of 5. Thank everyone who's commenting. Getting a little bit easier to see the screen. Centerburg, Ohio is checking in. Watching from Bowling Green, Ohio.
Again, guys, let's get it together. Let's frame them in order, please.
It's a lot of fun bringing you all the action from the various county fairs. Stephen, how many of you attended so far? What's been your favorite so far? The next one? I have her Mansfield, Urbana, and the next week Troy, and then I'm done. Yes. For the summer at least.
Here are the horses on the track for the 8th race. 3-year-old filly trotters, purse $5,003. 1, Super Alexandra, Ammon Hirschberger. 2 is A Long Way. Looks like Logan Ebersol is up. 3, Count on Kenna, Drew Neal. 4 is Blueberry Pop-Tart, Jason Thompson. And the 5, Petra, Harvey Hirschberger.
That is your field of 8. Number 1 is Super Alexandra. Eamon Hirschberger trains, drives for Johns Racing of Worcester and Wesley Hirschberger of Dundee, Ohio. 2 of 5 on the season, 4 of 18 lifetime. Has wins at Scioto Downs back on June 17th, 57 and 3. And last time out at their hometown Mount Vernon Fair in 2:03. Number 2, A Long Way. Logan Ebersol is in the bike for Miles Wollum, who trains this one for Robert Klein of Millersburg, Ohio. Was scratched last time out at Bucyrus, but last start was at Cortland, a 4th place finish, 2:12 with Tyler Angus in the bike. Is 0 for 13 lifetime, has 6 third place finishes. Number 3, Count on Kenna, Drew Neal for Bill Rhodes, Marvin Raber. This one is 2 for 13 on the year, 2 of 24 lifetime. Was a 3rd place finisher after a break and start last time out at Lisbon. Number 4, Blueberry Pop-Tart, Scott Cox, Jason Thompson. 4, Wayne Mast Jr., Eden Acres Farmstead of Millersburg, Ohio, and S. Miller of Millersburg. This one, 7 wins and 25 career starts. Has 7 wins, 7 seconds, and 2/3 and 25 career starts. Last time out was a 2nd place finish in the Summit County Fair Stakes at Northfield Park, timed in 59 and 2 with Jason Thompson in the bike that evening. Number 5 is Petra, Betty Clegg, Kimber Clegg, Nick Clegg. Nick Clegg has gotten off of this one. Harvey Hirschberger will now drive, 1 of 13 on the season, 6 of 31 lifetime. Was scratched last time out at Paynesville, was 6th after a break in his last start with Harvey and the bike at Bucyrus. If you think Petra sounds familiar, Bianca, the younger sister, raced earlier tonight in the 2-year-old filly trot. Katie, Bianca, and Petra. I think I'm saying things in triple. Field of 5, 3-year-old filly trotters behind this starting gate. Mike Wilkenberg starting gate. They are now in the hands of the starter for race number 8.
Field of 5, 3-year-old filly trotters, purse $5,003 at the top of the stretch for the 8th race. Here they come. They're off and trotting. Count on Kenna tries for the lead. Along the inside, Super Alexandra as they move around the turn. A long way is at the rail. Moving up, Petra, the early trailer. That's Blueberry Pop-Tart as they will ramble on into the backstretch. Count on Kenna's on the outside. By a nose, Super Alexandra playing some hard ball at the rail. In there to be third is A Long Way. Settling in there next, Petra. Blueberry Pop-Tart is the trailer. Opening quarter, 30 seconds. So Count on Kenna has made the lead, and now she leads them by 2.5 lengths. Super Alexandra, she's there in second, and their third is A Long Way. Then it's Petra in that trailer. Blueberry Pop-Tart. They straighten away and move down here to the half, where they're being led by Count on Kenna and Drew Neal. They're going to a fire, leading them out there by 3.5 lengths. Super Alexandra second, the half, 1 minute, 3/5. A Long Way is there in third. Blueberry Pop-Tart is on the outside. Petra inside trails as they'll circle the turn and head on into the backstretch. Still being led by Count on Kenna, going as far as she can, as fast as she can. In their second, Super Alexandra. Blueberry Pop-Tart starts to roll it up on the outside. Now in third, it's A Long Way who's fourth, and the trailer, Petra to 3/4, 132. And it's Count on Kenna who's still the leader, but she's tired. Super Alexandra is tightening in their second. Blueberry Pop-Tart is also coming on third as they'll move to the top of the stretch. Count on Kenna, Super Alexandra, Blueberry Pop-Tart still closing on the wide side. It's Count on Kenna. Blueberry Pop-Tart is coming but running out of time. Count on Kenna. Blueberry Pop-Tart still trying. Count on Kenna will win. Blueberry Pop-Tart second. Super Alexandra was third. Time of the mile, 2:04 3.
Count on Kenna had enough to get home. Drew Neal for trainer Bill Rhodes, owner Marvin Raber. Creston, Ohio, made a break last time out at Lisbon, rebounded for third. This time went right to the front, was challenged late in the mile by Blueberry Pop-Tart, who was sitting fourth early on in the race. Third win in 14 starts for the full count filly. out of the Muscle Mass Mare Holland Bank. 3 wins in 25 starts. With this purse, will go over $24,000 lifetime for the full count filly. Count on Kenna. Drew Neal picks up his first winning drive of the night. Bill Rhodes, his first training. Unofficial Blueberry Pop-Tart was second. Number 1, Super Alexandra, unofficially third. A Long Way in Logan Ebersol, unofficially fourth. In Petra, unofficially fifth with Harvey Hirschberger. Drew Neal's back in front of the stands with your winner. Count on Kenna.
After winning race 8, the 3, Count on Kenna. Count on Kenna is a 3-year-old bay filly by a full count at a Holland Bank by Muscle Mass, owned by Marvin Raber. Bill Rhodes is the trainer. Drew Neal, the winning driver, time of the mile 2:04 and 3. Super Alexandra was third, A Long Way fourth, Count on Kenna the winner. Blueberry Pop-Tart was second, Petra fifth. 3, 4, 1, 2, 5 on the bottom, 30 seconds. 1 minute, 3/5. 1:32, 2:04, and 3.
We move to race number 9, 3-year-old filly Pace, second of 3 divisions. Field of 5, 1 driver's change. Drew Neal will drive the 1, Song of a Dragon. We'll talk about all of these when we come back after these messages.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Thanks for joining us at the Richland County Fair here in beautiful Mansfield, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Stephen Taylor bringing you all the action from the 175th edition of the fair here in Richland County. We want to thank everyone who's joined us tonight, but it's a lot more fun in person. So if you have the ability, please join us at a county fair or a pari-mutuel track near you. Racing tonight at Northfield Park. Racing Tuesday at Scioto Downs, but tomorrow night is the Buckeye Stallion Series at the Champaign County Fair, the first of 3 nights of racing at Urbana. Tomorrow, I believe, is their Chamber of Commerce night. They give away more TVs. They give away laptops. They give away iPads. They give away a bunch of items. And if Matt Clark's going to be there, it's probably going to rain. One year we had to bail out, literally bail out our booth. It was 3 or 4 inches of water, and we were having cups and throwing water out of the booth. Always fun. Great racing there. And then again on Tuesday night, including the Dick Buxton Trot Signature Series. And they come back Wednesday with the Bob Seabrook Pace on Wednesday. Berea races Tuesday, 4 o'clock at the Cuyahoga County Fair, across the street from Baldwin Wallace University. The Ashtabula County Fair in Jefferson, Ohio goes Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Post time both mornings, 11:30 a.m. Phillies race on Wednesday, the Colts race on Thursday. The Attica Independent Fair is Wednesday and Thursday next week, the 6th and 7th of August. Post time both days at noon. The Attica Independent Fair, one of the few independent fairs left in the state of Ohio. Richwood and Croton come to mind. Speaking of which, Croton will race next Friday and Saturday, the 8th and 9th, post time 12 noon at the Hartford Fair. And Doug Ballinger gets to stay at home on Sunday the 10th and 11th at Salina for the Mercer County Fair. I will be at Urbana on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then I get a few days off, and then I go to Troy on Monday, August 11th, and Tuesday, August 12th. Post time, both Monday and Tuesday at 6:30 at the Miami County Fair. It's hard to believe we're into August already. July came and went real quick. I think J.D. Vardell keeps everyone informed with all of the race action outside of the state of Ohio. We're moving right along. Kind of tap the brakes here. Races 8 and 9. Looks like we have 5 on the track, so I'm assuming we'll be going shortly to the post parade. Number 4, Section Line Flame is your 1 to 5 choice so far.
Scratch the 2, Angel in Paradise. Angel in Paradise is scratched from race 10.
We're all out for the 9th race. Let's get together. Let's line them up and parade them in order.
Here are the horses for the 9th race. 3-year-old filly Pacers, purse $4,452, a field of 5. When play show, Perfecta Quinella trifectas. Drew Neal is on the 1. 1 is Song of a Dragon, that driver change, Drew Neal. 2 is Nan's Moon Dancer, Elliot Deaton up. 3, My Sweet Caroline and Tom Hall. 4 is Section Line Flame, Emmanuel Miller. And the 5, Snappy Dragon, James Day in the sulky. That's the field for the 9th race.
Number 1 is the Fear the Dragon filly, Song of a Dragon. Drew Neal will drive for Michael Durrance. Trains this one from Iowa Moto and Carter, both of California, 0 for 7 on the season, 0 for 31 lifetime, but has a 4th place and a third place finish last 2 times out at Bucyrus and Cortland. Number 2 is Nan's Moon Dancer. Jessica Milner trains this well-said filly for Andrew Koblenz. Elliot Deaton will look for his 3rd win. 1 win in 14 starts. That win was at Northfield Park and won 58-1. Number 3 is My Sweet Caroline. Tom Hall trains reins for Eric Hall and himself. Thomas Hall of Shiloh, Ohio. 0 for 6 lifetime. Just the 2nd start this season was 4th at Mount Vernon, Ohio. Timed in 2:04.3. Number 4, Section Line Flame. Herman Hagerman trains co-owns. Vanuel Miller drives for other co-owner Charles Reeve of Broadview Heights. 0 for 13 on the season, but has 6 second place finishes, $15,000. Last time out was 4th at Bowling Green, timed 2:03.2. Rounding out the field of 5 is Snappy Dragon. The Fear the Dragon filly is owned by Power Play Racing and trained and driven tonight by James Day. 1 win, 1 second in 4 career starts. The win was out Mount Vernon in 2:03.2. Second last time out at Lisbon, 2:05.3. That is your field.
Starter starts to move into position.
Section Line Flame is your 2 to 5 choice here in the 9th. 2nd Division, 3-year-old filly pace. Couple of fillies in here. One has making just his 5th career start, one making just her 7th career start. Then you have Song of the Dragon making career start number 32.
$52, a field of 5 3-year-old filly pacers make their way to the top of the stretch for the 9th race. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Section Line Flame just fires out of the gate looking for the lead. Song of a Dragon is at the rail. Snappy Dragon is moving up on the outside. Then we have Nan's Moon Dancer in 4th, the early trailer. My Sweet Caroline as they will move into the backstretch. Section Line Flame, the leader. Snappy Dragon is there in 2nd. Song of a Dragon is 3rd. Nan's Moon Dancer pacing 4th, and the trailer, My Sweet Caroline, as they continue on to the opening quarter in 30 3/5. So Section Line Flame thus far burning bright on the lead. Snappy Dragon is there in 2nd. Song of a Dragon is a melodic 3rd. In their 4th, Nan's Moon Dancer. And the trailer, My Sweet Caroline, straightening away and moving down here to the half. Being led by Section Line Flame. Snappy Dragon is still there in 2nd. Song of a Dragon in 3rd. Nan's Moon Dancer 4th. The trailer, My Sweet Caroline, 1:01.4 is the halftime, moving on into the turn, and out there with the lead. Section Line Flame, showing the way by a length and a quarter. Snappy Dragon is in 2nd. Song of a Dragon is 3rd. Nan's Moon Dancer 4th. The trailer, My Sweet Caroline. Up the backstretch to 3/4 they go, and the leader remains Section Line Flame. Snappy Dragon is in 2nd. Nan's Moon Dancer is moving up on the outside. 3/4 in 1:33 as they'll move into the final turn. And it's still Section Line Flame by 2. Snappy Dragon puffing some smoke in 2nd. Nan's Moon Dancer in 3rd. They're at the top of the stretch and a drive for the wire, and with the lead, it's Section Line Flame. Snappy Dragon is trying to move on the outside, but it's Section Line Flame from start to finish. Snappy Dragon 2nd. Nan's Moon Dancer was 3rd. 2:02.4.
Gate to wire effort for section line flame. Herman Hagerman trains this one, co-owns with Charles Reeve. Manuel Miller picks up his second winning drive of the night. Herman Hagerman picks up his second training win of the night. This is a Catch the Fire filly out of the Major in Art mare Section Line Aqua. Harold Lee Bowder of Delaware, Ohio is your winning breeder. First win of the season, second win lifetime for Section Line Flame. Was a $19,000 yearling purchase 2 years ago at the Ohio Select Sale. Winner tonight, 202 and 4. Unofficial Snappy Dragon, number 5, was your second place horse. Number 2, Nan's Moon Dancer, unofficially third. Number 3, My Sweet Caroline, unofficially fourth. And rounding out the field of 5 is Song of a Dragon, the one horse. The golf cart and the winner arrive in the winner's circle
Coming back
simultaneously.
here in front of the stands after winning the 9th race, the 4 Section Line Flame, a 3-year-old bay filly by Catch the Fire. At a Section Line Aqua by Major in Art, owned by Hagerman Racing and Charles Reeve. Herman Hagerman is the trainer, in for a training double. Emmanuel Miller a driving double. Time of the mile 2:02 and 4. Song of a Dragon was 5th. Nan's Moon Dancer 3rd. My Sweet Caroline 4th. Section Line Flame the winner. Snappy Dragon 2nd. 5, 3, 4, 1, 2. 30 and 3/5. 101 and 4. 133, 202 and 4.
Race 10, 3-year-old filly Pacers, scratched down to a field of 4. We'll talk about all these 4 after these commercial messages.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Volstead, Coach K Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Welcome back. First night of 2 nights of racing here at the Richland County Fair, Mansfield, Ohio. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors who help support this. It's our pleasure to bring you all the races, but we couldn't do it without them. I think we determined last year that they used to have automobile racing here at the Richland County Fair, not during the fair, but during other times of the year. Dirt track racing. Across the backstretch, they do have 4 horse barns, so just a matter of which draw gate they come out of. There are 4 that they can choose from. Unlike some fairs where they have Barnes in the first turn, last turn, backstretch. All of them are right in front of us. Hope everyone had a great weekend. The weather was absolutely fantastic. First few days of August in the 70s, you can't beat that. They're going to call for warmer temperatures as the week goes on. And Matt Clark, no rain I'm seeing, so if it does rain at Urbana, it is your fault.
First correction here to the 10th race is $4,452. $4,452, correct first here in race 10.
So you're going to try to fix that on the screen, are you?
Let's get together.
Wow.
Line them up and bring them in order.
Here are the horses for the upcoming 10th race. 3-year-old filly Pacers. Purse $4,452. Win place, exacta trifecta. The 2 is out. 1 is Kylie Cash with Nick Clegg. 2 is out. 3 is Twin B Levitate, James Day aboard. 4, PJ Rocks and Elliot Deaton. 5, Song Somewhere, Logan Ebersol in the sulky. That's the field for race.
Number 1 is Kylie Cash. Nick Clegg drives for Kimber Clegg and Betty Clegg, the trainer. This one is 13 of 48 lifetimes. Has been first or second, 33 of 48 lifetime starts. Has over $80,000 in career earnings. Took a lifetime mark of 157 and 1 earlier this year at Northfield Park. This is a Fear the Dragon filly. Number 2, Angel in Paradise, has been withdrawn. Number 2 is Twin B Levitate. Michael DeRunch trains for Fly Fancy Stables of Nova, Ohio. James Day will make the decisions. The first start of this season, last time out was way back in October of 2024, a second place finish. This Fear the Dragon filly has yet to win in any of her 10 career starts. Number 4 is PJ Rocks. Elliot Deaton drives for trainer Ryan Deaton. Randy T. Young Stables of MacArthur, Ohio. Unraced at 2. This Pet Rock filly is making just second career start. First time out was at Cortland, a 5th place finish back on July 8th. Number 5, Song Somewhere. Isaiah Shrake trains for Phil Baldoff of North Royalton, Ohio. 0 for 11 on the season, 7 of 27 lifetime. Has earnings over $41,000 and a mark. Last year's a 2-year-old at 201 at Coshocton. Last time out was at Lisbon, a 3rd place finish. 2 back at Painesville was 5th, placed 4th. Corrected purse is $4,452. Kind of makes the math a little easier to do. 3rd and final division of the 3-year-old filly Pace. This young man down here against the fence, this is the second ribbon potato he's had. He's going to be potatoed out. Unless he's just the messenger and keeps bringing them for others, but what'd you do with your allowance, son? Bought potato ribbons? How many? As many as I could afford. 2 to 5 favorite is the 1, Kylie Cash. Fear the Dragon filly. 21st start of sophomore season. The rest of the field this year has only had 12 starts. Number 3 twin B Levitate qualified for the Buckeye Stallion Series consolation last year, but was scratched due to personal reasons. So made 2 more starts as a 2-year-old, including a second place finish. Then was shut down for the winter, making first start of 2025 here this evening. Just a reminder, you do not need a charted line to race at the fairs. So we'll be interested to see what Michael Durantz has done with this Fear the Dragon filly. As long as everyone finishes, everyone will walk around with a paycheck tonight. Field of 4, scratch down to a field of 4 here for the 10th 3-year-old filly Pace, 3rd and final division. $4,452.
Purse $4,452. Field of 4 here in the 10th race, and here they come. They're off and pacing, and Kylie Cash using that rail to her advantage and grabs the early lead. Twin B Levitate is there in second. On the outside is Song Somewhere. PJ Rocks in fourth. As they move around the turn, Kylie Cash, the Fear the Dragon filly, is out there and on the lead, a tight length and a quarter as Clegg is applying the brakes to this field. Twin B Levitate and James Day is there in second. Logan Ebersol, Song Somewhere, and Elliott Deaton and PJ Rocks there the trailer. So the 4 of them in single file by the quarter in 32 and 4, and Kylie Cash is putting them to sleep out there. Kylie Cash is absolutely walking early on. She leads the way in their second, Twin B Levitate. Over there in third is Song Somewhere, the trailer. PJ Rocks. As they swing down here to the half, Kylie Cash is out there and on top in their second, Twin B Levitate. In third, Song Somewhere, and PJ Rocks. The half in 104 and 4, so Kylie Cash, no excuses tonight. The heavy favorite is the leader. They're in second, a Twin B Levitate. Then Song Somewhere, PJ Rocks. There's still no movement here as all the respect is being paid to Kylie Cash, leading him out there a length and a quarter. Twin B Levitates, a right tight second, pacing third. Song Somewhere as Clegg has now tried to let it out just a notch here as they go by 3/4 in 135 and 4. Kylie Cash a length and a half. Now to the outside, Song Somewhere is trying to make a race of it as they move around the turn. Kylie Cash, Song Somewhere is on the outside now in second, pacing third is a Twin B Levitate. They turn into the lane and down the stretch they come. Kylie Cash the leader. Song Somewhere on the outside. Kylie Cash, Song Somewhere. Kylie Cash, Song Somewhere. It was a very tight photo for win. Time of the mile, 2:06.
We are right on the line, and I won't make a guess. Kylie Cash on the inside, Song Somewhere on the outside. PJ Rocks got up for unofficial third, and Twin B Levitate faded to fourth. Lynn Scott Photo will have to get to work on this one because that was a close finish. Five, 1, 4, unofficial. Song Somewhere, Isaiah Schrake trains, Philip Baldoff owns. For the sophomore filly, Bring on the Beach, out of the Yankee Cruiser Mare Surf Song, Logan Ebersol from Chesterville, Ohio, gets first win of the year for Song Somewhere. 8 for 28 lifetime now. Purse over $43,000 now lifetime for Song Somewhere. Kylie Cash did all the work but came up a nose short. Second. PJ Rocks unofficially was third. Quarters was 32 and 4, 104 and 4, 3/4 135 and 4. Time of that mile 2:06. 30 and 1 last quarter. 31 and 1 last half. For your winner, Song Somewhere gets up in the shadow of the wire.
After getting up at the wire to win the 10th race, it's the 5, Song Somewhere. Song Somewhere, a 3-year-old bay filly by Bring on the Beach. At a surf song by Yankee Cruiser on by Philip Baldoff, trained by Isaiah Shrake and Logan Ebersol, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:06. Kylie Cash was second. Angel in Paradise scratched. Twin Bee Levitate fourth. PJ Rocks was third. Song Somewhere the winner. 2 scratch 4, 3-1, 32 and 4, 104 and 4, 135 and 4, 2:06.
We now move to race 11, 3-year-old filly trot, third and final division, a field of 5. Jason Thompson will drive the 3, and we'll talk about the rest of the contenders after these messages.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Thank you for joining us tonight here at Richland County Fair coverage, harness racing. Thanks to our great friends at the OHHA, bringing you every race from every fair. Monumental effort. Takes a village. Nope, it just takes a lot of people, including you, Stephen. Where are you at after tomorrow? Where are you go? Attica. You ever been there? Okay. They race cars on their track too. So when they go into the second turn, you might not see them because the dirt's piled up from where the cars go by. They race in the afternoon, so after you're done, you can go to Tiger Treats and get an ice cream cone on the way home. We drive by it all the time, Route 4. Crossroads of America, Attica, Ohio.
Attention there, the backside, Jason Thompson. You are driving the 3 in this 11th race. Clay balls are looking for you. Again, Jason Thompson. Larry and Angela Claymore are looking for you here on the 3 here in race 11.
Haven't heard that all year. Trainers call the judges and the announcers make the announcement that they're looking for the driver. With the barn spread out a little bit, he could be at the end of the backstretch, and they could be just coming out of the first turn. So there is some acreage back there. As I mentioned earlier, we're getting close to the yearling time. Looking for next year's champions, the various yearling sales. Busy time for our breeding farms here in the state, including a lot of our sponsors, Cool Wind Farms, Hickory Lane, Dublin Valley, Midland Acres, just to name a few. Our sponsors.
Logan Ebersol will now drive the 3 extra easy. Logan Ebersol on 3 extra easy.
Well, they couldn't find Mr. Thompson, so they just said, we'll put Logan Ebersols on the 3 extra easy. Change on top of a change. Logan Ebersol will drive the 3 extra easy.
Let's get together, line them up in freedom in order.
Sun is quickly setting here. Mansfield. The track sort of sits cattywampus, if you will. We look southwest at an angle, so when the horses go into the first turn, they will be looking into the setting sun. See if they're wearing sunglasses or not. Call to the post for race 11.
Here are the horses for the 11th race. 3-year-old filly trotters, a purse $4,452. Logan Ebersol is on the 3. 1 From Beyond, Lanny Merriman. 2 Stars in My Crown, Drew Neal is up. 3 Extra Easy, Make the Driver, Logan Ebersol. 4 Country Behave, Nick Clegg. And the 5 Green Hill Spurs, Mike Spearman in the sulky.
Lanny Merriman drives and trains this Flex the Muscle filly for Ira Steinberg from outside of Chicago. 0 for 16 lifetime, but does have a second place finish, and that was the last time out at Lisbon, timed in 2:11:1. Number 2, Stars in My Crown, Herman Hagerman trains, co-owns with Anthony Miller of Dundee, Ohio. Drew Neal will now get the assignment behind this Marseille filly. 5 wins in 15 seasonal starts, 7 of 25 lifetime. Has wins in 3 of the last 4, including wins at Hilliard, Bucyrus, and Bowling Green. Number 3 is Extra Easy. Logan Ebersol will now drive for owner-trainer Larry Claybaum. This is a What the Hill filly, is 0 for 18 lifetime, just over $8,000 in career earnings. Last time out, made a break, finished 6th at Bowling Green. Number 4 is Country Behave, Nick Clegg, Betty Clegg, Kimber Clegg. 0 for 11 on the season, 2 of 35 on the year. Was 4th place finish last time out for the Enterprise filly. No tickets were sold last time out at Lisbon. Rounding out the field of 5 is the 5, Green Hill Spurs. Mike Spearman owns, trains, and reigns this one. This one is an OU man filly. 0 for 6 on the season, has 3 wins and 23 career starts. Last time, best mark, 206-2 at Painesville. There is a corrected purse here. I did not hear it. Very enjoyable evening here at Mansfield for the Home Talent Colt Stakes. Wish we could bottle this weather up all year. Field of 5 behind the Wilkenberg starting gate. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff.
Here's the gate is rolling. Field of 5 make their way to the top of the stretch for the 11th race, and here they come. They're off and trotting and looking to go to the lead. Stars in My Crown along the inside from beyond as they move around the turn. Country Behave is an early third. In their fourth comes Extra Easy in the trailer. Green Hill Spurs. So they'll circle the turn and head on into the backstretch. And the leader, Stars in My Crown, in their second from beyond. Then we have Country Behave with Extra Easy and Green Hill Spurs as they continue on to the opening quarter. Stars in My Crown gets them there in 32 1/5. From beyond, and Lanny Merriman is a right tight second as they move around the turn. Country Behave in third. In their fourth is Extra Easy in that trailer. Is Green Hill Spurs. Extra Easy is went off stride as they come down here in front of the stands. And the leader, Stars in My Crown. They're in second from beyond. In third, Country Behave. Green Hill Spurs in fourth. And the trailer, Extra Easy, 105 2. On into the turn they go, and out there with the lead. With them on top, it's Stars in My Crown. Now moving up on the outside, Country Behave was third, now second, trying to roll up on the leader. From beyond as they're in third to the outside, Green Hill Spurs. And the trailer, Extra Easy, as they continue to three quarters. Stars in My Crown has them out there by a half a length in 137 3. Country Behave in second. Green Hill Spurs in third. Over their fourth from beyond with Extra Easy as they make their swing to the top of the stretch. And it's Stars in My Crown. Stars in My Crown turns first. Country Behave is there in second, but it's Stars in My Crown. Stars in My Crown, the heavy favorite, will win. Country Behave there in second. Green Hill Spurs gets third, 208 2.
Your winner is the 2, Stars in My Crown, gate to wire. Never really an anxious moment except for got a brief challenge from Country Behave and Nick Clegg down the backstretch, but was able to rebuff that in the final turn and drew off. 208 2 last half, 103. Last quarter and 30 4/5. For your winner, Drew Neal, driven, Herman Hagerman trained, co-owned with Anthony Miller, the Marseille filly out of the Swan for All mare, all for 1, Stars in My Crown, 6 of 16 on the season, 8 of 26 lifetime. Drew Neal picks up his second driving win. Herman Hagerman now with 3 training wins on the day. Unofficially, Country Behave, number 4, was second. Green Hill Spurs rallied for third. From Beyond faded to fourth, and Extra Easy made a break and finished 5th. All of those are unofficial at this moment. Back in front of your stands, your race winner, number 2, Stars in My Crown, and Drew Neal.
Front of the stands after winning the 11th race, 2 Stars in My Crown, a 3-year-old bay filly by Marseille. Out of All for One, My Swan for All, owned by Anthony Miller. Hagerman Racing. Herman Hagerman's in for a training triple tonight. Drew Neal a driving double, 208 and 2. From Beyond was 4th. Stars in My Crown the winner. Extra Easy 5th. Country Behaves 2nd. Green Hill Spurs 3rd. 4-1-5-2-3. 32 and 1. 105 and 2. 137 and 3. 208 and 2.
That brings us to the 12th and final. $700 open pace. Field of 5. Drew Neal will drive the 2 Modern Q. We'll talk about all of these when we come back after this final commercial break.
Volstead, Coach K Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Thank you and welcome back. Matt Clark is impressed with Caddy Wampus. Well, that's all right. I mean, I have no clue how it's spelled. I just know it's. I promise you tomorrow I will not talk as much. One Don Tiger will be joining us, so I don't have to talk to myself, which I'm sure there's people out there celebrating in Scott, Ohio, and Margate, Florida, and North Carolina, and Charlotte, Michigan, and let's see, where else were we at today? But we want to thank everyone for following along. Look forward to having everyone join us tomorrow, whether you join us here in person at the Richland County Fair or in person at the Champaign County Fair. If you cannot, we will be broadcasting both fairs. The open pace, race number 12, field of 5. 3 of them are trained by Michael Durantz. He's got a 60% chance of winning right now. It's that good Catholic education math there, huh? Again, I cannot believe how beautiful the weather has been lately. Hope we can use this weather jug week. Warm during the day, cool at nights. Twelve races tomorrow here from Richland County Fair. We'll join you on the air about 5 minutes before the first post, which is scheduled to go at 5:30. Be interesting to talk to Don Tiger about how he's going to come over. He's over in the Washington, PA area, Cannonsburg area. So
Let's line them up and bring them in order, please.
Mansfield is probably not very easy for him to get to. It's kind of in the middle of both Columbus and Cleveland. Field of 5, all 5 are on the track. There is the call to the post. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff one final time for the post parade.
That's the call to post for tonight's 12th race, our 12th and final, the open pace. Going for a purse $700, Drew Neal is on the 2. Win Play Show, Perfecta, Quinella, Trifecta Wagering. 1 is our Whiskey Cavalier, Logan Ebersol is up. 2, Modern Q, driver change, Drew Neal. 3 is Wicked Bling, James Day. 4, Princess Alta, Michael Durrance. And the 5, Hard Phone Guy, Double H, Harvey Hirschberger, in the sulky.
Number 1 is our Whiskey Cavalier. Roletta Troyer is the owner and trainer. Logan Eberson will drive this well-said gelding. You don't see this too often. Lifetime mark is taken at Rock Springs, 2:04 and 3, back as a 3-year-old. Modern Q is the 2. Drew Neal will drive for the first of 3 Michael Durrance trainees. This one is owned by Horsepower on Hooves. This isn't always a virgin mare. No wins in 11 seasonal starts. It does have a 2nd and 3rd place finish. Has a lifetime mark of 155 last year at Hoosier Park. Number 3 is Wicked Bling, 2nd of the Durrance trainees. This one is Fly Fancy Stables of Nova, Ohio. James Day will drive. This one is 0 for 3 on the season, 6 of 44 lifetime. Has a lifetime mark of 55 and 3 at a qualifier as a 2-year-old. Back 2 years ago at Woodbine, 155 and 3. Princess Alta, Michael Durrance drives and trains for Salvador Amato. The Sweet Lou mare is 3 of 13 on the season, making her 151st career starts, but hasn't had a start since April 29th. Was entered twice in March 29th, was entered twice in April, but was scratched both times due to transportation and personal. Rounding out the field of 5 is the 5, Hard Phone Guy. Harvey Hirschberger owns, trains, and reigns this Fear the Dragon gelding. 0 for 16 on the season, has 11 wins, though, in 56 career starts. Last time out in Lisbon in the free-for-all, 4th place finish, timed in 2:02 and 4. No tickets were sold on Hard Phone Guy last time, but they are tickets sold this time, as that one is currently 5-1. Princess Alta, despite not having raced in 4 months, is your 2-5 shot with Mike Durrance. He got his choice of the 3 Durrance trainee, and he picked the 4. They're quickly behind the starting gate for the Open, $700 pace. The final from Mansfield. Send it up to Ayers Ratliff.
Don't forget live racing tomorrow. Make sure you're here. Post time tomorrow, 12 more of them. 5:30 post time. Top of the stretch. The open pace per $700. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and it's Princess Alta trying to go to the lead. Our Whiskey Cavaliers are on the inside. Modern Q is an early 3rd as they move around the turn. Hard Phone Guy in 4th. And the trailer Wicked Bling. Around the turn to the backside they go, and out there with the lead. It's Princess Alta. Now moving up on the outside, a Modern Q. Modern Q now wants to lead. Princess Alta there in 2nd. Hard Phone Guy is caught on the outside. At the rail are Whiskey Cavalier, 31 and 3. Wicked Bling trails. On into the turn they go, and out there with the lead. With him on top, Modern Q. On the outside, Hard Phone Guy is there in second. Along the inside, Princess Alta third. Out there in fourth, Wicked Bling. And the trailer, our Whiskey Cavalier. Pacing down here to the half. And on the outside, Hard Phone Guy now shoving a half a length on top. 101 and 2. Modern Q trying to fend him off in second as they move around the turn. And on the inside, Modern Q maintain that rail advantage. Hard Phone Guy on the outside, still pressing the issue. Princess Alta, she wants racing room. Wicked Bling is out there fourth. Inside our Whiskey Cavalier. To 3/4 they go. Hard Phone Guy on the outside. Inside, Modern Q is still fighting. 132 and 1. Princess Alta's out there and now looking 3 wide for Michael Durrance. So they're 3 across the racetrack in the finale. Our Whiskey Cavalier is now looking 4 wide. We've got a horse race in Mansfield. They come to the top of the stretch. Modern Q, Hard Phone Guy, far outside our Whiskey Cavalier. Right there, Princess Alta coming to the wire. Photo for win, maybe our Whiskey Cavalier flying high in the final strides. 203 and 4.
Save the best for last. Three horse photo finish. Unofficially, I've got number 1, our Whiskey Cavalier, your winner. Unofficially, Modern Q on the inside was second, and Hard Phone Guy unofficially was third. We'll see what the photo finish has to say. Logan Ebersol looked to get up in the final strides. If he did, Logan Ebersol wins races 10 and 12 for the double. Rolita Troyer, the owner-trainer, would pick up her first. But we'll wait for them to look at the photo. 4 of them had a shot as the field of 5 turned for home. We want to thank everyone for joining us tonight here from Mansfield, Ohio. Look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. We'll wait for the Lynn Scott photo finish. But the drivers know, and number 1, Logan Ebersol, our Whiskey Cavalier, is headed back towards the winner's circle. Our Whiskey Cavalier is a brown gelding, 7-year-old, out by Well Said, out of the Cam's Card Shark mare, Ascension Hanover. First win in over 2 years. Logan Ebersol is enjoying this trip back to the winner's circle, taking his time. Time amount 203 and 4. First quarter 31 and 3, half 101 and 2, 3/4 132 and 1, mile 203 and 4. Back in front of the stands is your unofficial winner of the 12th, our Whiskey Cavalier.
Race number 12, flying high to take the finale. It's the one, our Whiskey Cavalier. 7-year-old brown-gutted son of Well Said, out of Ascension Hanover, by Cam's Card Shark. Owned and trained by Rolita Troyer. Logan Ebersol is in for a driving double tonight. Time of the mile 203 and 4. Our Whiskey Cavalier was the winner. Modern Q second. Wicked Bling fifth. Princess Alta fourth. Hard Phone Guy was third. 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. 31 and 3. 101 and 2. 132 and 1. 203 and 4.
We do wrap it up. First of 2 nights of live racing here. We had 5 drivers with doubles. Emmanuel Miller, Elliott Deaton, Jason Thompson, Drew Neal, and Logan Ebersol all with a pair. Herman Hagerman had 3 training wins. Gary Martin with a pair. Scott Cox with a pair. So on behalf, Stephen Taylor, Jay Wolf, thanking you for watching us, and have a safe night. We look forward to seeing you later on.